just recorded this video and forgot that I didn't give you guys any numbers, so I thought I would just throw those out there for you. I started this whole process in October of 2015. My highest recorded weight was at my surgical consultation in October of 2015. It was 365. I started the pre-op diet on June 15th, 2016 at 355.8, and date of surgery, which was July 13th, 2016, I was at 332.8. So a total of 23 pounds lost on the pre-op diet, and then I'm going to weigh I'm going to weigh weekly. However, my first weigh-in isn't going to be until my 2-week follow-up appointment, just because of all the swelling and, you know, the fluids they gave me in the hospital and all that stuff. I don't want to get discouraged right off the bat. So I'm not going to do my first weight check-in until my 2-week pre-op visit. So not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So hey guys, it's Amanda. Today is Monday, July 18th, 2016. I had my DS, or duodenal switch, procedure done on Wednesday, July 13th, 2016 with Dr. Stephen Boyce from New Life Bariatrics at Tenova Turkey Creek Medical Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. So that today is day 5 post-op. And I may break this video up. I mean, I'll put it all together, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record right now. So I'll just put it all together and get started. So I went in to the hospital. I had to be there at 7:15 last Wednesday morning. My surgery was scheduled at 9:15. I went in for my pre-op prep stuff, and let's see, they put in 2 IVs. They put in 1 in each hand, and I had to get 4 bags of fluids before I went back to surgery. So 2,000 cc's of fluids before I even went into surgery. So I went in very hydrated, and had to pee several times before I went in, but you know, that's fine. And then let's see, my surgery was supposed to be at 9:15. I believe they took me back around 9. It was 9:56 when we went into the OR. So it wasn't too far behind schedule. They let my family back until I went into surgery 2 at a time. Let's see, my mom was there, Nikki was there, my dad was able to come, and my best friend Stacy was able to be there as well. So I saw all of them before I went back to surgery, and they were so sweet. The people in the OR, you know, they work with Dr. Boyce's patients every day. They were so sweet, so caring, so on top of everything, you know, asking if I was okay. And you know, I really don't even think I needed the Versed, the happy juice, but they went ahead and gave it to me anyways. You know, they just were so calming and understanding. So anyways, I remember being in the OR and talking to them and everything, and then the CRNA, you know, put me under, and she was super nice, and you know, everything just was great. So let's see, my surgery took right at 2 hours. I had the duodenal switch, and he did go ahead and repair a hiatal hernia that I knew I had. I just didn't know it was big enough to be able to fix. And honestly, he didn't think he was going to need to fix it either, but he said that it was big enough, so he threw a couple stitches in, and so he was able to repair that and do the DS. So it took a little bit longer than he had originally thought, but not much longer, like 30 minutes. And so when I woke up in recovery, you know, I was super groggy, super out of it. But I mean, I knew what was happening. I was just so tired, but I don't remember feeling pain when I woke up, which is excellent. I was afraid I was going to wake up and feel like I was having a heart attack, you know, from the gas pain and all that stuff. But, you know, they had my pain very well controlled. And let's see, I was probably in recovery about an hour, and then they took me, once I was awake enough and my vitals were stable. My blood pressure is always super low when I come off anesthesia, so it had to come up just a little bit, but once everything was okay, they sent me to my room where I saw my family, which I vaguely remember. I mean, I remember going to the room. I remember talking to the CNA and all that stuff, and him getting my vitals. That CNA was so super sweet. Joey was his name. He was super sweet. I had already heard excellent things about him from a few other people who had had surgery. But he was great. He took my vitals and, put my oxygen on and all that crap. And then let me rest about 2 hours, I believe, before he came back in and was like, okay, you want that cath out? We can get up and walk and take your cath out. So I was like, okay, let's go. So I got up and walked about 150 feet, got my cath out, it was fine. And then, let's see, then a little bit later, they brought in a clear tray for me to try. I believe it had a chicken broth packet on it. Kind of looked like the ramen noodle seasoning packets, but did not taste anything like it. Took a couple sips of that, and I thought it was going to be good, but no, it was terrible. So that was my first sip. My first sips went okay. It felt weird going down into my stomach, but it didn't hurt or anything until I accidentally took too big of a sip, and I knew it and I paid for it, and I mean, nothing terrible happened. It just hurt and cramped really bad, and I got kind of nauseated. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Then went into that night, and they kept my pain under control. My pain honestly never got above a 6, and that was only the first day. And then the second day it stayed between a 4 and 5, and then it was like a 3 and 4, and I mean, it was super manageable. I didn't have a lot of gas pain. There were a couple times where I got the sharp twingy feelings, and I knew that it was probably gas, but nothing like I had heard. I got extremely lucky in the gas pain situation. Extremely lucky. Now, I could still have it, I guess, theoretically, but yeah, I got really lucky while I was in the hospital. Didn't have a lot of gas pain. I took pain meds maybe twice a day, because I wanted to stay on top of it and not start hurting. So I did take my pain meds twice a day, once normally in the afternoon and once at night. And then, oh my gosh, my face. My mom swore I was having an allergic reaction to the pain meds, because my face was like flushing so bad. My face and my neck, I was itching, which, I thought the itching, I itch with any kind of medicine anyways, because I'm not used to taking it. I guess that's why, I don't know. But so normally if I do have to take pain medication, I take a Benadryl. So I asked him for a Benadryl because I was itching hardcore, and my face was super red. It was so red and blotchy, and Mom thought I was having some sort of allergic reaction, but it turns out it's super common after bariatric surgery to have a rush of hormones and cause flushing. And I don't know if the itching was part of that or not, but all the nurses had said, that's super normal. Dr. Boyce had said a lot of his patients come out and have some flushing and discomfort and stuff like that with their skin. So I was like, okay. So, but they did end up giving me a Benadryl, and that did help with the itching. And so that lasted about, a day and a half. I was in the hospital. See, I had my surgery Wednesday. I stayed Wednesday night and Thursday night, and I went home Friday afternoon around 3:30. So it wasn't too bad. I didn't think I was gonna get to go home on Friday because my drinking was not, speaking of drinking, I need to take a sip. My drinking was not where it needed to be, but I was being super diligent and super, on top of everything. So he felt comfortable going ahead and sending me home. And I wanted to go home so I could rest. So anyways, yeah, so that was the whole hospital stay. I came home to my friend Stacy's house because she is going to, well, she's at the beach right now, and she has 2 couches that have recliners. So she's got 2 couches with 4 recliners in them, and I don't have any recliners at my house, and I was having a really hard time like laying flat. I still can't lay flat, but so I'm sleeping in her recliner, and I brought my dog over here because he has this huge yard. If I can do it, he has this huge yard to play in. There he is. So it's just easier to take care of him. I don't have to put him on a leash to take him out. I don't, I just open the door and he goes out and plays. So yeah, that's where I am now. Yeah, so I will, I'll do like another, no, I might as well just add it in here. I'll talk about my drinking and stuff a little bit later and show you kind of like what it is that I'm drinking and what I got. Real quick, I did get this glass measuring cup. It's got, let's see, it's got ounces, cups, tablespoons, and milliliters on it. So I'm going by ounces. So this holds 4 ounces. And it's just super easy. I don't have to like pour them into those little bitty cups every time. I can just sip on it and know exactly where I'm at. So I got 2 of those, and then I got a whole bunch of drinks and stuff to try to keep up with my fluids. So I will show you guys that a little bit later. So anyways, yeah, so I'm out of surgery. Everything went fine, and I will see you guys in a little bit.